Your coat hung loosely across one shoulder as you walked slowly toward the road. I watched you leave the way I always had, believing there would be another day. The words I gave you sounded so ordinary. Nothing in my voice asked you to stay. You turned and looked at me for just a moment. That quiet look has never left my mind. Those final words remain with me, softer now but never gone. I wish my voice had carried more of everything I couldn't say. Your face returns without a sound, just as it looked that afternoon. A passing car kept you beside the roadside. Your hand reached down to straighten one loose shoe. I remember waiting there without a worry, certain I would see you again soon. So many details faded through the years, yet that small moment somehow stayed untouched. I can still picture you across the distance, turning once before you walked away. Those final words remain with me, softer now but never gone. I wish my voice had carried more of everything I couldn't say. Your face returns without a sound, just as it looked that afternoon. Funny what stays when so much disappears. The way you folded a sleeve above your wrist, how you would pause to read a name twice, your quiet habit of touching every book, details that meant little have somehow stayed with me. Small things about you return without warning. A certain smile, the way you lowered your eyes, your coat left open even when the air turned cold, a tune you whistled barely under your breath, of a person time never carried off. Memory chooses what it wants to save. Important words have faded at the edges, yet I recall the way you held a glass, your careful hand straightening a crooked frame. Strange what remains clear when larger things are gone. Small things about you return without warning. A certain smile, the way you lowered your eyes, your coat left open even when the air turned cold. A tune you whistled barely under your breath. Pieces of a person time never carried off. Morning found me in a town I'd never seen. A folded map was resting in my bag. Strangers hurried past the corner where I stood. I chose a street without knowing where it led. For the first few steps, everything felt new. Far from familiar, I walked without a plan. Old stone walls rose quietly beside me. A distant bell marked another hour. I stopped a while where the road became a hill. Nobody knew my name. I liked it that way. By late afternoon, my feet were getting tired. A wooden bench waited beneath the trees. People passed by, speaking words I couldn't follow. I watched them go until the street grew calm. My map stayed in the bag. I wasn't lost at all. Far from familiar, I walked without a plan. Old stone walls rose quietly beside me. A distant bell marked another hour. I stopped a while where the road became a hill. Nobody knew my name. I liked it that way. open wider than expected. Shoes stayed near the doorway where I left them. Sunlight moved across the wooden floor. Nothing waited outside that couldn't wait another day. Somewhere past 3, I stopped watching the time. A book lay open halfway through a page. Warm air wandered slowly through the room. Traffic below faded into the distance. The hours went their own way. I simply let them go. Later I moved from one chair to another. A glass of water stayed beside my hand. Clouds crossed over without changing the weather. Someone downstairs closed a door and left. Evening wasn't here yet. Afternoon wasn't gone. Somewhere past 3, I stopped watching the time. A book lay open halfway through a page. Warm air wandered slowly through the room. Traffic below faded into the distance. The hours went their own way. I simply let them go. Late daylight rested across the narrow street. As I walked farther than I meant to go, a corner I remembered looked much smaller. The trees had grown beyond the roofs nearby. New names appeared above familiar doorways. A narrow path had vanished from the hill. I knew exactly where my feet were taking me, though half the view had changed along the way. Years ago this road seemed almost endless. I used to hurry everywhere I went. Now I could hear the evening settling slowly, and took my time where once I never did. A bicycle passed and disappeared behind me. Someone called a name I didn't know. I reached the place where 2 old streets divided, and stood there longer than I had before. fading light stretched shadows toward the crossing. A warmer breeze moved gently through the trees. I turned around and followed my way homeward. With nothing there I needed to retrieve. Some roads remain, although their edges alter. Some distances grow shorter as we age. I walked until the streetlights came on softly and let the evening carry me along. Lines have gathered across these hands of mine. A tiny scar still rests beside my thumb. Fingers once quick move slower than they did. Silver on my ring has softened at the edge. So much of every day has passed through these two hands. These hands of mine have carried simple things, heavy bags, a coat across one arm, letters held until the paper softened, faces touched when words were hard to find. Tonight they rest together, quiet upon my knees. Years left their mark along each little joint. Cold winter air made some of them ache. Countless small tasks came and went unnoticed. Buttons were sewn, doors opened and closed. Under the evening light, they look familiar still. These hands of mine have carried simple things, heavy bags, a coat across one arm, letters held until the paper softened, faces touched when words were hard to find. Tonight they rest together, quiet upon my knees. Your eyes would stay a second longer, then mine would turn away before you could be sure. dared to name. Almost ours, that's how it feels tonight. Close enough to touch, but never held. You waited once, I waited another time. Somehow our courage never came together. We had a door between us, neither one would open. One evening you nearly said too much. I heard it coming and changed the subject first. Perhaps you knew what frightened me back then. Perhaps I knew you felt the same as I did. We let the moment pass and never found another. Almost ours, that's how it feels tonight. Close enough to touch, but never held. You waited once, I waited another time. Somehow our courage never came together. We had a door between us, neither one would open. Near midnight, a sudden ringing broke the quiet. My hand stopped halfway across the room. Your voice arrived softly through the receiver. Several seconds passed with neither of us speaking. You asked how life had been. I answered, mostly well. Your voice again, after all this distance. Familiar warmth, worn softer by the years. We traded stories about ordinary things. Certain memories stayed safely where they were. One quiet laugh from you brought something close again. Drifted far beyond a simple call. Small pauses settled between unfinished thoughts. Questions remained somewhere beneath our words. Reasons for leaving never entered the conversation. Goodnight came softly, your voice lingered in my ear. Your voice again, after all this distance. familiar warmth, worn softer by the years. We traded stories about ordinary things. Certain memories stayed safely where they were. One quiet laugh from you brought something close again. Silence returned. I held the phone a while. Beside the wall, the old chair leaned a little. Its wooden arms were smooth from years of use. I meant to move it out of there that morning. I knew a one was waiting down the hall. I lifted it halfway and set it down again. Still by the wall, it looked as though it belonged. Late afternoon fell softly on the seat. A mark remained where something hot had rested. One loosened thread hung underneath the arm. I pulled the new chair back and left the old one there. Dust had gathered along the lower frame. I wiped it clean with an old piece of cloth. The cushion gave the way it always had. My shoulders knew exactly where to settle. I sat there for a while until the light grew dim. Still by the wall, it looked as though it belonged. Late afternoon fell softly on the seat. A mark remained where something hot had rested. One loosened thread hung underneath the arm. I pulled the new chair back and left the old one there. An old box waited at the bottom of the the shelf. I pulled it down and brushed the dust away. Receipts and postcards, names I nearly forgot. A faded ribbon folded underneath. Most of it was easy to place into the pile. One thing I kept, a small and worn out key. It opens something that is gone today. I held it lightly, turning it in my hand. For just a moment, the room felt far away. Then I closed the box and kept the key with me. The afternoon moved quietly around me. Paper and photographs covered half the floor. I threw away more than I thought I could. Each empty space made everything look new. Before I put things back, I touched that key once more. One thing I kept, a small and worn out key. It opens something that is gone today. I held it lightly, turning it in my hand. For just a moment, the room felt far away. Then I closed the box and kept the key with me. Your coat hung loosely across one shoulder as you walked slowly toward the road. I watched you leave the way I always had, believing there would be another day. I gave you sounded so ordinary. Nothing in my voice asked you to stay. You turned and looked at me for just a moment. That quiet look has never left my mind. Those final words remain with me, softer now but never gone. I wish my voice had carried more of everything I couldn't say. Your face returns without a sound, just as it looked that afternoon. A passing car kept you beside the roadside. Your hand reached down to straighten one loose shoe. tiny details faded through the years, yet that small moment somehow stayed untouched. I can still picture you across the distance, turning once before you walked away. Those final words remain with me, softer now but never gone. I wish my voice had carried more of everything I couldn't say. Your face returns without a sound, just as it looked that afternoon. Funny what stays when so much disappears. The way you folded a sleeve above your wrist, how you would pause to read a name twice, your quiet habit of touching every book, details that meant little have somehow stayed with me. Small things about you return without warning. A certain smile, the way you lowered your eyes, your coat left open even when the air turned cold, a tune you whistled barely under your breath, pieces of a person time never carried off. Memory chooses what it wants to save. Important words have faded at the edges, yet I recall the way you held a glass, your careful hand straightening a crooked frame. Strange what remains clear when larger things are gone. Small things about you return without warning. A certain smile, the way you lowered your eyes, your coat left open even when the air turned cold, a tune you whistled barely under your breath, pieces of a person time never carried off. Morning found me in a town I'd never seen. A folded map was resting in my bag. Strangers hurried past the corner where I stood. I chose a street without knowing where it led. For the first few steps, everything felt new. Far from familiar, I walked without a plan. Old stone walls rose quietly beside me. A distant bell marked another hour. I stopped a while where the road became a hill. Nobody knew my name. I liked it that way. By late afternoon, my feet were getting tired. A wooden bench waited beneath the trees. People passed by, speaking words I couldn't follow. I watched them go until the street grew calm. My map stayed in the bag. I wasn't lost at all. Far from familiar, I walked without a plan. Old stone walls rose quietly beside me. A distant bell marked another hour. I stopped a while where the road became a hill. Nobody knew my name. I liked it that way. Plans were changed with a call around noon. My afternoon opened wider than expected. Shoes stayed near the doorway where I left them. Sunlight moved across the wooden floor. Nothing waited outside that couldn't wait another day. Somewhere past 3, I stopped watching the time. A book lay open halfway through a page. Warm air wandered slowly through the room. Traffic below faded into the distance. The hours went their own way. I simply let them go. Later I moved from one chair to another. A glass of water stayed beside my hand. Clouds crossed over without changing the weather. Someone down wasn't here yet. Afternoon wasn't gone. Somewhere past 3, I stopped watching the time. A book lay open, halfway through a page. Warm air wandered slowly through the room. Traffic below faded into the distance. The hours went their own way. I simply let them go. Late daylight rested across the narrow street. As I walked farther than I meant to go, a corner I remembered looked much smaller. The trees had grown beyond the roofs nearby. New names appeared above familiar doorways. A narrow path had vanished from the hill. I knew exactly where my feet were taking me, though half the view had changed along the way. Years ago this road seemed almost endless. I used to hurry everywhere I went. Now I could hear the evening settling slowly, and took my time where once I never did. A bicycle passed and disappeared behind me. Someone called a name I didn't know. I reached the place where 2 old streets divided, and stood there longer than I had before. Fading light stretched shadows toward the crossing. A warmer breeze moved gently through the trees. I turned around and followed my way homeward. With nothing there I needed to retrieve. Some roads remain, although their edges alter. Some distances grow shorter as we age. I walked until the streetlights came on softly, and let the evening carry me along. gathered across these hands of mine. A tiny scar still rests beside my thumb. Fingers once quick move slower than they did. Silver on my ring has softened at the edge. So much of every day has passed through these two hands. These hands of mine have carried simple things, heavy bags, a coat across one arm, letters held until the paper softened, faces touched when words were hard to find. Tonight they rest together, quiet upon my knees. Years left their mark along each little joint. Cold winter air made some of them ache. Countless small tasks came and went unnoticed. Buttons were sewn, doors opened and closed. Under the evening light, they look familiar still. These hands of mine have carried simple things, heavy bags, a coat across one arm, letters held until the paper softened, faces touched when words were hard to find. Tonight they rest together, quiet upon my knees. Your eyes would stay a second longer then mine would turn away before you could be sure. We found excuses to walk the same way home, talking about things that mattered very little. Something waited there, neither dared to name. Almost ours, that's how it feels tonight. Close enough to touch, but never held. You waited once, I waited another time. Somehow our courage never came together. We had a door between us, neither one would open. One evening you nearly said too much. I heard it coming and changed the subject first. Perhaps you knew what frightened Perhaps I knew you felt the same as I did. We let the moment pass and never found another. Almost stars, that's how it feels tonight. Close enough to touch, but never held. You waited once, I waited another time. Somehow our courage never came together. We had a door between us, neither one would open. Near midnight, a sudden ringing broke the quiet. My hand stopped halfway across the room. Your voice arrived softly through the receiver. Several seconds passed with neither of us speaking. You asked how life had been. I answered, mostly well. Your voice again, after all this distance. Familiar warmth, worn softer by the years. We traded stories about ordinary things. Certain memories stayed safely where they were. One quiet laugh from you brought something close again. Drifted far beyond a simple call. Small pauses settled between unfinished thoughts. Questions remained somewhere beneath our words. Reasons for leaving never entered the conversation. Goodnight came softly, your voice lingered in my ear. Your voice again, after all this distance. Familiar warmth, worn softer by the years. We traded stories about ordinary things. Certain memories stayed safely where they were. One quiet laugh from you brought something close again. Silence returned. I held the phone a while. Beside the wall, the old chair leaned a little. Its wooden arms were smooth from years of use. I meant to move it out of there that morning. I knew a one was waiting down the hall. I lifted it halfway and set it down again. Still by the wall, it looked as though it belonged. Late afternoon fell softly on the seat. A mark remained where something hot had rested. One loosened thread hung underneath the arm. I pulled the new chair back and left the old one there. Dust had gathered along the lower frame. I wiped it clean with an old piece of cloth. The cushion gave the way it always had. My shoulders knew exactly where to settle. I sat there for a while until the light grew dim. Still by the wall, it looked as though it belonged. Late afternoon fell softly on the seat. A mark remained where something hot had rested. One loosened thread hung underneath the arm. I pulled the new chair back and left the old one there. An old box waited at the bottom of the shelf. I pulled it down and brushed the dust away. Receipts and postcards, names I nearly forgot. A faded ribbon folded underneath. Most of it was easy to place into the pile. One thing I kept, a small and worn out key. It opens something that is gone today. I held it lightly, turning it in my hand. For just a moment, the room felt far away. Then I closed the box and kept the key with me. The afternoon moved quietly around me. Paper and photographs covered half the floor. I threw away more than I thought I could. Each empty space made everything look new. Before I put things back, I touched that key once more. One thing I kept, a small and worn out key. It opens something that is gone today. I held it lightly, turning it in my hand. For just a moment, the room felt far away. Then I closed the box